3 days before wearing this fragrance, I had to go nasally celibate because I didn't need anything to nuance my reasoning when reviewing this fragrance. That is how much of an art this is. This is one of the most complicated fragrance I've had my nose on. I'll cite a very small scenario so you understand where I'm coming from. Back in the day when I was in medical school, I think 300 level, then we're studying anatomy, that's more, physiology, symbolingam, biochemistry, histology, atlas, and all that level course. We had series of lecturers. Vast amount of them were doctors, of course. In between, we had some professors who had to teach us as well. If you've ever sat in a class where a professor of medicine is teaching you medicine, you'll be overwhelmed. I remember my days in medical school. This professor, senior consultant, and the likes would be teaching us. I'm not the smartest kid. I'm not also very slow. But I tell you for free, when that man is vibrating, his name was Professor Rao. He was an Indian man. When this man is teaching you, if you understand anything, you are a genius. This man was so deep and so complex. There's how you are so intelligent. Your brain is wired in such a speed that it becomes difficult for you to express yourself. And that's what happened when I was in medical school. At some point, you can easily write off the man. You don't understand this man. And it's easy for you to think that this man is not intelligent. The reality was that this man was not in our level. And it took this man a lot trying to come down to our level to make sense. And he will never make any sense. I literally used to cram that man's course. It was a hard one, a hard pass. Take my words for it. I'm not very slow. That is what this perfume is about. This goes as far as to say that, Mr. Seyinde, with due respect, when you are bringing in some kind of niche perfumes, I think there has to be a system in place to sensitize people on what you're bringing in, create an awareness, and let people know that, this is not the normal perfume, so this one is not the regular perfume. It's literally written in the pack, exclusive perfume. What does that entail? That tells you that this perfume is exclusively supposed to be sold in a certain space to a certain niche group of people. It's not the kind of fragrance that should be exposed to just about anybody. This guy is a very complicated and complex scent that shouldn't be sold just over the counter. This feels to me like one of the perfumes that should be sold only on prescription. More like you walk into a fragrance house and you want to buy it. They say, no sir, we can't sell it to you, I'm sorry. And you're willing to pay. But the restrictions in the house cannot it's not authorized to sell to people who have not acquired a certain taste in perfumery. That is what I think about this juice. I feel like the perfumer behind this nose went too far. They didn't make this perfume with so many people in mind. And that is why they stated this extremely exclusive, They were not trying to capture everybody while producing this perfume. It was supposed to be for selected few elites who understand the concept, the ideology of perfumery. If you're not that informed, if you don't have that level of knowledge, you are going to struggle trying to understand what you're smelling here. Another thing I want to quickly put out there is that this perfume will interact with you on the level of your knowledge. If you give this perfume to a JS3 student, he or she will have something to say that will be very valid. This perfume will affect that person in such a way that the person will say things and you won't understand where that person is coming from. If you give this perfume to a barrister, his perspective around this perfume will also be very, very different. And if you give this perfume to a boat driver, his perspectives too will be different. This was too advanced. It's too niche for general appeal. This is mystic in a bottle. I refused to review this perfume. Immediately I got it because I'm not the person given to opening up a box of perfume and start telling you what I smell, what is it. No. There are perfumes you can do things like that and get away with it. There are perfumes that you need to sit down, let that perfume school you. There are perfumes that need 3 days, some even 7 days, some 2 weeks to tell you all about themselves before you can put on the camera and review. And if you skip any of those classes while in the process, it will show, because you can easily come online and say that this perfume is smelling like a banking hall, it's smelling like a barbing salon, it's smelling like a mechanic workshop. This is the kind of fragrance that needs to grow on you. This is the kind of fragrance that needs some time to speak for itself. This is not a fragrance you review on impulse. I've worn this fragrance well over 3 days consistently. 3 days before wearing this fragrance, I had to go nasally celibate because I didn't need anything to nuance my reasoning when reviewing this fragrance. That is how much of an art this is.